then you might almost consider them as arte physica in their own rights, although whether Andy actually uh, uh, thought about that, or thought about Torino or De Chirico for the matter of that, but he was astute in his knowledge of contemporary, modern, I suppose it would have been at that time, painting, and he wanted a surrealist uh, 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 feeling in the walls. So you would walk in. Well, there's a second strangeness about the Brillo boxes. What the building, the the building um, that the stable gallery was on the ground floor of was a very elegant, exceedingly elegant townhouse in granite, white granite. It was on one floor up. If you know New York, it is now actually the side entrance, the business entrance of the Whitney Museum. If you have business to do with the museum, you do it at that gallery. And Andy, who believed that business art was the best art, as he said, would have been pleased that his first business art was done there. Uh, Art consisting of commercial cartons. It was a very beautiful building. You went up a short stairway, and then in a lobby with black and white tiles, and then an elegant staircase that went to the upper floors. And the you walk through the mahogany door in to your left into the gallery, and lo and behold, you were in a supermarket, or what would look like what would be the stock room of a supermarket. There's a famous photograph of Andy by Fred McDonough, who was the photographer for the Village Voice, and Andy is standing between the Brillo boxes, two stacks of Brillo boxes, and he looks like a solid punk stockroom boy. It's a great photograph of him. But when one walked in there, it was like a discontinuity so sharp and extraordinary that it was like a dream. You would not expect to open a door on East 74th Street. Those were among the most elegant houses in the city, and expect to walk into the stockroom of a supermarket. So there was that dreamlike transformation that the uh, Brillo box and its compatriots, the Kellogg cornflake box, the Heinz tomato soup boxes. Uh, uh, these were brand names, trademarks that were exceedingly familiar in America at that time, as was Brillo. I know that in 1964, when that show existed, there wasn't Brillo in Europe. It was not a European. Each country would have its own brand, but it's become so popular through Andy's work that it has now become internationally enough known that the University of Turin would sponsor a Brillo conference. For why Brillo rather than Kellogg's cornflakes? Why Brillo rather than um, Heinz tomato soup, I think has got a lot to do with the fact that the Brillo carton was the most beautiful, most successful as a matter of design. Andy didn't design the boxes, he simply replicated them. The boxes were designed, most cartons, nobody knows who designed them. I suppose you can do research and try to locate who who the designer was, but for the most part, they're pretty anonymous. As it happens, the designer of the Brillo box was well known in New York. He was well known because he was an abstract expressionist painter, Jim Harvey. Jim Harvey was a very successful abstract expressionist painter. There were articles written about him in the New York Times as the coming in the coming wave of great abstract expressionist painters. People thought that that was going to be a movement that would last Mark Rothko said, 1,000 years, like the Renaissance paradigm. And Jim Harvey thought that what he designed was not art at all. It was just what he called himself, a part-time package designer. That's how he made his living, because paintings at that time were second generation abstract expressionist painting were not, you couldn't make enough of a living at that time. So he had to make a living doing a job he was very well known for his skill at, what he called second, what was it? Part-time package designer. He called himself a part-time package designer, and it's a very beautiful design that he did for this product. What it does is rhetorically celebrates the virtues of Brillo as a cleansing instrument. If you presumably have all over the area in Turin where the celebration goes on, where there are talks, you have you have images. What you got in that image is a wavy white river that goes around all four sides, white against then the lettering, which is very contemporary, very brash and contemporary, very pop, as one might say. That lettering is red and blue. You've got red, white, and blue, which are the colors of the American flag, and then that whiteness of the river, which is borrowed from hard-edged abstraction, and it's a kind of celebration of purity and patriotism. It has all kinds of highly virtuous attributes through the design. So that made the box the outstanding star of Andy's exhibition of walls, and it is the one box, it seems to me, that anybody remembers. You could have you'd have to be quite a Warhol scholar to